So this basically is a microcomputer, so they can do everything, do everything for you. So you can do all the measurement distance or something. So it's good for you, for the operator, to have a good knowledge about what is going through. So it's good. This is a good one if you equip someone. So it doesn't mean this is a standalone one. This can be equipped with some other machine as well. So you see, you can put this one with this one as well. So this is a good one as well. And who's there is another class. All right. What's this? I can make it larger. Okay. Let's take a look. So this is a Prism. This is a Prism, and this is your PC. This is your personal computer, right? You look at this one. Look at this one. So so this is and how it operates. You have I think it's somewhere over here. You have Prism over here or something. You look at this one. You have Prism over here, and you have sensor over here. So this is also Prism. This is a Prism over here. You have you get two Prism. So basically the functionality I think for this one is to get the location of this machine. At least you can do this. I don't know exactly why do you need a total station over here set up to operate on this machine. What's the main purpose? But I think the easiest one to see is you want to make sure how far the machine, this machine is I think it's a truck or something. Is how far is it from your station or headquarters or something. So this is also a way to control. Oh, another explanation is that you want to map wherever this machine, because it's better you take this one as a robotic instrument. So if this is a robotic instrument, they will keep track of the Prism. So when this machine is moving, they'll keep track of the everything is moving. So you can plot the trace of this machine. So that's also another explanation. Why do you need a machine set up installed over here to look at observe this one? Maybe there are some explanation inside, but we don't care. We just take a this one, look at the picture, and then see. It's called machine guidance by robotic. It's so basically it's what we expect. What we were talking about is a robotic surveillance system. So basically you can the Prism is keep on going, and this one will keep track of the Prism. So basically, you can have a good plot of the this machine, or the trace of this machine. It's good. I don't even think about this application, but it's a good one. You can, if you can apply this one, it's a good one. It's more than means more than the stack surveying. It's a dynamic surveying as well. Also, it's the robot to do this kind of thing. So it's a very high advanced technology inside already. Okay. Okay, so you have a frequency. Basically, this machine, this total station, basically the main power for this total station, because they can emit the waves. Not only one waves, they can emit many different kind of waves, different kind of denser waves. So they can remove the denser waves. So this equip. So the main functionality for total station, basically is about waves. They store okay, they can generate different kind of waves, different lengths of waves. We mean different kind of waves. We mean the different waves. Different wavelengths behave different. So based on the way they behave, you can calculate the distance between two objects, this object and the target. Okay, continue. All right, so of course I concern about light. We'll come to that bit later. You have a speed of light. So basically, the idea in principle is very simple, but it's just because you want to make it accurate, so it becomes much more complicated. But in principle, the idea is simple. It's just emit the wave and see how long. If you touch the target, let's say, let me put over here. If I emit our wave and then you touch the Prism, you put the Prism installed by this motion, and then you bounce back, and then you calculate distance, and then the speed, and then also the time it spends on this traveling, and also the speed. Then you get the distance, the whole distance for traveling, and divide by 2. then you get this one. But that's the rough one. But it's already very accurate. But to be precisely absolutely correct to some degree, then you need some theory about this measure. But the principle itself is very easy. You just emit the a wave, and a wave have a speed, you have a wavelength, you have a speed, and then you calculate the length. Then you can infer and what's the length of between these two, the travel of these two, then divide by 2, and then get the distance. That's the basic idea. We'll come to that bit later. So all these are saying this one. So maybe pretty much the same one. We don't go to all this bit, at least for the moment. Now we care about the machine itself, how it look like, and so let's come to the notes. So in this book, we already come to chapter 5, chapter 4 and chapter 5. Basically, the distance angle, and this angle are equally important. Sometimes you care about angle as well, rather than distance. But they are complementary to each other. They are not independent. Angle can sometimes they can decide distance. Distance sometimes can use to decide angle as well. So there. Okay, so distance basically is for one machine called theodolite. You can check online how it look like. Basically, they look smaller than the total station because it's just one functionality. Basic is to measure the distance. Okay. And it also explains some of the functionality because we focus on total station. So we can briefly take a look. If there's picture, we can briefly take a look. Otherwise, we come to the. So all these are explanation how it works. Why you can measure the distance. Why you can measure the distance. Let's come to this one. Okay. So you have you look at this one. This one basically it's not too far from our total station. If you look at it, you basically have here over here. I think here is eyepiece adjusting rate. So here to you look at your eye through this one adjusting rate, and also you have a telescope focus screw over here. So you can change the screw over here, and you have a bubble. A bubble basically to adjust the. You have to put the bubble in the center to do some adjustment, and also you have a mirror. Mirror basically probably is what's the functionality for mirror in this one? I think it's normally I was looking at the total station, but now we want to look at this one. Take some time for this one as well. So it take lots of time at the functionality. Let's just briefly look at this one. So you have a mirror. Mirror probably maybe to reflect something. I'm not sure what it's trying to reflect because okay. In principle, you don't have a laser over here. In principle, this kind of machine you don't have a laser. So you have a vertical circle. This one is a vertical circle. Vertical circle. I think probably change this one. And if a reading telescope. This is not total station because initially I tried to make you to plot this one because this is not total station, but maybe there is no need to plot this one. Okay, it's just a simple function, too simple. Okay, maybe you can look through this bit by yourself because we don't operate this machine nowadays too much, so we probably don't look at it. And of course there are many different, but the main one of course is this one. You can take the main one. Main one is your telescope, look at your object, probably that's the main one. And of course you can turn around, measure the angle, so you can measure angle. Another one is called Genius. If your angle is, if it is an object, if it is your object, so this is your angle alpha, and the complementary this is called Genius. This one. Sometimes we have to use the Genius bit. Okay, and this is something inside. If you understand its structure, it's good for you to understand the total station as well. Because like I said, a total station is just a combination of two machines. So basically, if you understand one of them, then you can understand the total station as well. And It's in principle they are all the same, but there is basically there is one this one part we play the main one to control the angle. I will they'll fix for example they'll fix this one and this axis and the axis. So when you turn around, you can see the object. This one will always going through the object, look to the look at the object, and you will see the angle, something the angle look at this one, and we don't have a machine in hand. Otherwise, we can take apart and look at inside. Look at inside. Okay, that's all I can say. Because we don't have a machine, I don't know how to explain to you. Okay, let's look at the reading bit, reading system. We just briefly look through. You just have some idea. You don't really need to know too much about them. Of course, if we can know more, then it's better. So, and in this case, probably you have to check and back and forth. Look at the book and then check online, and surely you probably won't understand from the book straight away because they just write this way. So it's very hard for you to understand functionality for an individual tool. So you probably have to check, look at this terminology and check online what is this functionality of this one by one. You'll get it. You'll get through the whole meaning of everything. But we probably maybe we have time. We'll come back to explain some of the functionality of them, but not for now. Maybe later. Okay, let's continue. Now we can look at the readings. So you can, some of them are equipped in the, this is one of the, one type of name of the machine. Any description for this machine? No description of the machine. These are readings. You can read from your machine. Some of them. And basically, it's about this is about vertical angle. You can, if you turn basically the vertical one is, let's see, the original machine. Vertical one is turning it around, turn this one around. So it'd be like a total station. You see, you turn this around. Okay. And then for the horizontal one, you turn this one around. So basically, they already have an angle to measure the angle beat as well. But they don't have a laser. In this case, you don't have a laser. So maybe you put a staff over here. You look at the staff. And put another staff over here. Put another staff over here. Look at this object first, and then turn around. So then you get that angle. If you look at this one, you have an angle. This is a horizontal one. You also have the vertical one. You can put up a staff, and you look at this point, and also look at this point. Okay, and then you have an angle. The machine will record angle based on what? Based on this kind of thing. They fix something, and then if you turn it up down, then it'll record how much angle you turn upside down. There is one fixed, and then turn upside down, they'll know how much angle you turn upside down. Then we record this one. So you can easily get the angle of this one. And if you know this distance, if for example, if this is last time we said sub-10 bar is 1 meter long, sub-10 bar. For example, of course it don't have to be 1 meter. If it is sub-10 bar and you get an angle, you can easily calculate by trigonometry. You can get the this distance easy without doing all measurement. Right? So everything will become simpler. Otherwise, you have to use either tape or other tools. Of course, if a laser even better. As a laser, you can just put up. You don't even have to hold the sub-10 bar. You can just set up the prism and then do the laser beam. Then you will get the feedback, and then you can get a reading as well. So this is but in some cases you need that one as well. It doesn't mean you can always get the laser beam. The one is for one thing expensive. Or the other thing, maybe in some place laser beam doesn't really work that way in some place. Okay, let's continue. So remember, the functionality basically controlled by them. And are they really that complicated? Maybe not. Maybe that it's just you have to fix some axis. Then when you turn something upside down, they can record angle. And then when you turn around something, and they can record angle. So these all are doable. Continue. Okay, so the vertical so-called index against which the vertical angle is measured. So you can measure the angle bit, but exactly how it works, you have to understand this bit to take this one apart and check online what's this one. Of course, there are some explanation over here. You can take a look at this explanation, but we skip this bit. Okay, let's continue. So for the reading bit, this one, if you turn that one around, if you turn this one around and then turn it back, you will have a reading. This one, this angle will be, you can read this angle over here, reading over here. If you turn it horizontally, like this one, horizontally, turn this one horizontally. You also can be recorded over here, this one. So by reading your machine on your screen, you can get straight away how much degree you get for turning that one and for the horizontal one and this one. Okay, and hertz, how come you have a HZ? I think it's a H. HZ normally we don't use as it means horizontal, but normally you misunderstood. It will be misunderstood as hertz. Hertz is frequency. Here the machine is not recording frequency because the laser beam is not equipped at the moment. It's not total station. So basically, you don't have that kind of equipment at the moment. Okay, let's continue. All right. So this basically is the step. So you fix something. So I'm not sure which one do you fix. Also, I tried before, but basically there is one of the axis is fixed. So when you turn it around, you have some difference. So it's just which one is which one. I'm not sure which one is which one. So maybe this one is that one, or maybe this one. I'm not sure which one. You can figure out if you are really interested in this machine. But just to let you know, this one can be implemented by that piece of equipment. They can easily be implemented. Okay. So supposedly you also have so this the other reading system. You get all this kind of thing. All this kind of thing. Continue. This is the same. This is the same, but different readings. Because we don't have a machine, so it's hard to explain to you guys. Okay, now is more like come to the wave bit. Now you have a wave. We have a wave. We want to see how the wave bit works. Let's come to the wave bit. But before let's see any other machine as well. So pretty much the same. But this kind of machine is called what? The other one is optical plumbing. Optical plumbing. I think it's and also this one is electronic. The other one, optical plumbing in the. I think so. Do they have a? In principle, they don't have a laser, but here use optical. Anyway, they can equip other things. So as long you keep on equip this functionality, they'll become like total station. So there's a blur line in between. So it's hard to tear them apart. Okay, and I'll do the auto correction, auto error correction as well. What else? So this basically is the explanation of the tools. So how you measure angles. So maybe next time, if we really need it, we don't come to it. We really need to understand the structure, how it works. We'll come to this bit. But at the moment, we'll come back to the theoretical bit. So this is you will fix one. Somewhat fix this one. This one is true vertical. True vertical means it's a real vertical. And this is a machine. We have a vertical over here. So if you turn the machine, the vertical will be changed. This vertical will be changed. Also, I have something called change axis. Get some angle. You get some angle. It's not complicated. It's just hard to connect everything, put everything in continue. Also, your bubble. Normally, bubble is for the adjustment. For just put the button in. in the okay. Optical one. What's this? Test. You put a bubble, if a bubble of the center, you have to, otherwise, there are some errors. So nobody borrow. Before you start the machine, you have the bubble. And this is your theodolite. This is your stuff. You put a stuff. You put stuff. Just like this one normally. This distance normally is not. Otherwise, you have to come back and then measure this distance again. So normally you just put a number here, and you already know the distance, and then this level, and look at this level again, and then you know the angle, and also in previous in advance you know this one. So by trigonometry you can easily get a distance and the distance of this one. So this is the main purpose, to get a distance of this one. Instead of looking at this A1. If you look at this A1, you got nothing. What do you get? You get nothing, because they don't measure the distance. They measure the angle. You look at this one. This one basically for, because you don't have a laser beam. If you have a laser beam, they'll bounce back and forth. So that functionality will give you the distance. But this one you don't. You can look. They don't bounce back, they don't feedback. I just look at that. Look at this one. Look at this one. So basically, the other will give you angle beam. But if you already know the length of this one, it's easy. So normally you have a reading over here. There is no worry at all. You have a reading over here. So from the reading, you is what eye is good, and you're using a telescope. Supposed to be the accuracy is supposed to be good. If you look at this one, you will see the reading. The reading is 4.4 watt. Maybe meter, maybe anything. And you look at the reading on this stuff. I set up all type of that one. There are three. For the first one, you can use for the rotation. Okay, so this is, suppose this is 0.1, 0.2. Okay. So this stop is 1.9 length, and then you have angle, you have length of this one. Because I asked you guys to do the calculation before. If you still remember, this last time I asked you guys to do was that was sub 10 spot, but a lot specify here. You can observe this one angle. What's the angle? Then you calculate this the last time. But indeed, you can just use the other to do this kind of thing. You can also use the total station. Total station can also measure. But if you have total station, indeed, you don't need to do anything. You can just measure, put your prism in A1, and then you can emit your laser beam or hit the target, the prism, and bounce back, and you divide the distance by 2. Of course, you must know how the theory, how to measure, do the measurement. You bounce back. Then you get straight away get a horizontal distance. You have to use this kind of indirect one, and then based on the trigonometry analogy to get this horizontal one. You don't have to. You can target A1 straight away and get what you want. For if this laser beam total station. Unfortunately, this is the other one. But sometimes it's not always like I said, not always you have a laser beam. So that's another problem. And sometimes when you have a high air pollution, so in this case you can use a laser beam as well. But if you have high air pollution, why you can't use laser beam? When you when the visual light be emitted, and then they'll reflect. Will reflect or distract as well, because you have air pollution, so the air condition mean change, so the median of the beam change. So in this case, it's very hard to calculate the distance between this one. But normally, you can measure by laser no problem normally. But under some extreme case, you still have to rely on the other light, and in even some extreme case, you can't even rely on the other light. You have to use your tape. use a manual approach, use a tab, and those are extremely okay. Let's continue. So this is the main one for theory bit, for the theory bit. For the structure bit, this one, we have to look as well. At this point for the moment, maybe next time, I think next time that will be, I don't know, I have to choose a topic. Otherwise, we don't have too many weeks left. So I choose the topic. When the teach this, then we have to sacrifice others. The one I'm going to reach is your GPS one, because that is also another one. Apart from the total station, that is, it is a primary. Normally to, if you want to part, and if your total is equipped for from the appearance is the other part. The other this one is called. So Bob, basically, yeah, you see, what's the name of this one? I think it's yeah, Bob. How to set up the machine? Basically, set up the machine. So, what's the name for this? There is a name. If normally 3 legs, right? And unclamp the tripod. This is normally is clamped, so unclamp the tripod leg, and in out until about call station. Is call station. This is just for the very beginning. If you don't do this process beforehand, all your measurement as well call some what is a 3 legs, or you have a tripod. That's the reason it's called tripod, the 3 legs. Okay, and this is your main machine. Your theodolite is over here. So this is your theodolite. Okay, this is a theodolite. And before you set, you have to set. How do I know the legs being put evenly? You have to look at your plumb bulb. If your plumb bulb hit this one, hit station, your station over here. Your plumb bulb can hit this station. You can keep on can hit the station. Point directly to this station. It means the tripod is set up correctly and evenly. So in this case, you can start to the measurement. Otherwise, you have to spend time on correcting the this one, correcting the legs, correcting the legs. Okay, so this is basically is the perpendicular one, perpendicular the Earth's gravity to gravity. So they'll point to the Earth center. This one point to the Earth center. So this gravity pull this way. So if you don't get this one, if you treat the Earth as one part, so they'll point to the center of the Earth. So put this one as so that in this case, everything will be much more even and standardized to do the measurement. Okay, so this is set up the plumb bulb. And how about a total station? For the total station, they don't use this old technique. I probably I think I record the for the total station, but from the video I can't find it. But basically, for suppose this what difference is this a total station? Of course, a bigger one. Bigger and another actual functionality, or maybe 2 functionality over here. But instead of using the plumb bulb, this one, they use a laser. So once you open that one, you will straight away have a laser beam. Of course, you have to press some button. You press the button, that will replace the plumb bulb. They have a laser beam. So paper the video see, one is you draw paper, white paper, and you put a circle in the paper, and put this paper underneath, under. So this you replace the station by a paper with some target over here, and then now I'm talking about the total station. Then you press the adjustment to adjustment. They'll emit array of a laser beam over here, and then from this laser beam you can see whether you can hit the target of this the white paper. If not, change your leg. Change your leg. You have 3 legs, and in principle you can change your leg. In practice, in practical one, it's quite hard. If you put this leg longer, it will become shorter and takes a lot of time to do all this kind of thing. Of course, you need some experience. Also, it depends on your terrain as well. If the ground is uneven, even more time. And this is for preparation. Even it takes too much time. But all this setup really takes some time. This setting up the total the other line or the total station itself. You also is to set up the prison as well, for the prison as well. So that will be another one. Let's continue. So all these explanation, maybe they explain something, maybe not. Anyway, I just let you know before you have to do all this bit. Maybe all this talking about this, maybe not. Anyway, let's continue. All these are the changing the angle, and talking about this machine. How are you going to adjust this machine? Once you finish the setup, everything is done, and then you start to adjust second part. So do this one first, the first part. Make sure this machine is seated evenly on this tripod. Then secondly, adjust this part, because this part there's some mistake as well. You have to change a bit like playing guitar. You have to tune first. You have to tune. So you have to tune this machine first. How you going to tune that? You have some screw. You have some screw over there. So use your thumb to tune this one. Okay. You also have optical plumb bob. We don't have to go to some. Also, this is for. There are some. If you take apart the machine, take apart which machine? Take apart some over here. This one. I think that one probably is equipped over here. I remember is pretty much over here. The vertical one. I remember previous picture we also see that one, but from the real one I saw is over here. And the clamp you can take it apart. You can see inside, and they can see inside. If you take it apart and see inside, normally you can see this bit. So you have something to measure angle bit. You can see the angle over here. So this eye. Of course, they fix something. So if you turn the machine, you can turn it. You will see decide how much angle. This will decide angle. Do we really need to come to that detail? Depends. If you really need to really understand this machine, we'll go that bit as well. But for the moment, I will just treat this as a normal one. Because normally you don't take apart the machine. Even as a surveyor, you don't take apart the machine to see how it works. It just normally, but it's better you have some basic idea how it operates in the machine. It just operates like this way. Indeed, if you take this apart, instead of inside the machine, you take it apart. You can divide the machine by yourself as well. You can use your naked eye. This is your eye. This is your eye, and you can also do the measurement. What's the difficulty? No difficulty. If this already 0 to 360 degree over here, and you look at left eye, look at this object, and again look at this object, you can see the angle in between. So this basically is a human eye. You can see this one. So you don't really need a machine at all. You can use as long as you have this one. This one is easy. You can use your hands to plot this one as well. So do you really need a machine? No, and I mean, the principle is quite easy. You can plot this one, divide this one into 360. But it's just like your hands cannot calculate, then cannot plot them correctly. But what I want to say is that this can also be done by your hands, and this is by your eyes, So what's the difficulty? No, nothing. I just machine making much more accurate, precisely. That's it. Nothing special because this and the machine can read for reading the table by yourself as well. So they'll read this number automatically by machine itself instead of looking your eye. You do use your eye to read this number by yourself as well, but you don't have to. The machine will read this number for you. Also, the machine will record this number for you, right? But what I want to say is that this is not a complicated principle machine. It's a simple one. You can take this apart without using machine. You can easily this one. It's easy to understand. So it's not guys. Do the major side to A and C. So you to point to A, point to C, and measure the angle, and then you see the angle between A and C. So of course you have something called phase, left and right. And phase normally they are equipped. You can over here. You normally sometimes you can look at this one, this side. You can do so. You can go to the other side and look at the other object, something like this one. Again, from this side, without moving the machine, without turning around, you can just go to the other side and look over there. So you get angle. But it's not important. I just let you know. Also, you can do the vertical measurement through this. Of course, we got to know how to handle all this information. And this is a practical. I look at it and now. And I hear bubble. I always put your bubble in the middle. This just a middle way. Everything is in the middle. Before you do all of it, your machine as well. Okay. We'll go to some detail. So basically, chapter 4, fourth in this book, of course, not. I checked it, but this book explains something, but still, last they haven't in comparison is better than the other book. The other book, anything at all. Just like they assume they already. It's just don't know anything. Maybe next time we all back connect to machine. Look at into the machine. Concrete about the machine house. So inside the machine how it works. Then you know. But the main one is for the. We are going to decide the way and do the measurement how it works. So basically, we have a bit because light is the most popular one, most powerful one. This you still have to rely on the staff. I rely on this so basically light is like we expect. We are more like expect the and the other light. Everything will take some example. This one supposed to put the one for the angle. For your angle 0 degree to 360 degree. Is over here. When you turn something around, you'll be recorded over here. So they know how much angle you turn around. So they'll be used by this one. So maybe we'll take this one apart. A look. Others maybe it's not that important because this one basically for major angle you tell the and the angle of course you can also measure if there's information you can also measure this and chapter 4 come back to chapter 4. We'll tackling the laser beam first, the total station. Because this is a much more powerful machine. This can do everything. This can do everything. You don't have to rely, but it doesn't mean you can solely look at how knowing anything about the other line. You also have to know, because the other line, maybe the company work, they don't have a total station. They only have the other line. So you can't ask the boss to buy a total station for you. In this case, you got to know some knowledge about the other line as well. So, and next time, the first job for us is to understand the wave speed. How can I use a laser beam to measure the distance? Because basically we care about more about distance. So how do we measure the distance? Of course, total station can distance. It can also measure the angle as well. So there's some knowledge regarding this speed. Okay, do we run out of time? I think we run out of time, but let me see. Do you need the homework for you guys? Because we are talking about all the machine bit. Very few about calculation. That means and we shift to this book as well. Okay, give me one homework. The homework is easy one. Homework is of course you can check this book or you can check online or check that. It won't take too much time. The homework is if you want to measure distance, what kind of machine they can do this job? Distance, what kind of machine? Of course, different tape is one of them. You have EDM, and also explain that kind of machine, how it works. Explain that kind of machine. For example, if you say I use a total station, I try to explain why total station can measure this distance. You don't have to go to very deep bit. Theoretic bit, you don't have to go to that deep. But at least you should tell us why and how they measure the distance by this machine. So this is one. So this another one is you try to check what kind of machine they can measure the angle. What kind of machine? So and of course you can some of the machine they can know both of them. Let me repeat again. What kind of machine they can use? They can be used to measure the distance. What kind of machine they can use to measure the angles? And of course, they have overlap. Some of the machine they can do both. So tell me what kind of course, you cannot use a tape to measure angle. So angle, if you have a tape and measure distance, do you have something similar to tape that can measure angle? Maybe you can try to find out this kind of equipment as well. Okay, write it down, and it's better to have a picture. Of course, you will find it online. So better to have picture, and then download a picture and what the machine look like and how it works, and download a picture and separate it too. Okay, simple homework and important one as well, and might also relate to our essay as well, because next week we will be 6th week, so time goes very fast. It means we don't have too many weeks left, maybe 3 weeks left, so we have to think about you guys essay as well. If I decide to have you guys have essay rather than exam, then I'll let you know maybe in 2 weeks time whether we want to have exam or we want to have essay. I'll check your homework thoroughly and decide whether if we are doing homework seriously, then we don't have exam. If you think just submit your homework, you don't participate, then we have exam. Otherwise, I have no idea how much you learn. If you do everything, do your best in homework and participation, then I prefer essay. It's easy to let you do something freely. Okay, that's it. In principle, that's it. So any problem, you can ask discuss in the group. Any problem regarding today's work and today's lecture? Remember, we don't have too much time left, so we'll try to piece everything together. At least try to let you, if you want to have an essay, at least try to let you have some idea how to form an essay. I'll let you know how to do an essay. If that is an essay, if that exam, then it's easier. I just prepare the question and you do the exam. But I prefer, I really deep down, I prefer essay because that will give you much more freedom to do the topic you like and to do some research by yourself. That's my preference, but depends how your participation and your homework. Okay, any other question? Suppose not, then we call a day and please report to office your attendance. And I think there is one guy, or maybe he asked me, he's not on the list, and he's supposed to retake this course. If you are on the studio, you are listening to me, please talk to the administrative staff and ask them to send me the new name list. Otherwise, I only score on the list she sent me. I won't change the list because I can't put your name on the list because your name is not on the list. So I can't put it by myself. So you have to ask the administrative staff, and they have to make sure you are really supposed to on the list, and then they'll change the name list, and then she will send a new name list to me, and then I can do the marking for you on the new name list. Otherwise, I won't put your name on the list. So check